安寧と調和が続く太平の大地。幸福への冷蔵庫として反逆の行政は金天に輝く。フェイト、グランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、人知統合申告、シン。
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fate Grand Order. We're in the Synchronized Intellect Nation S.I.N, which again was originally called Kin, Q-I-N, which is the name of the dynasty, language, pronunciation. It's hard. Anyways, that's interesting they changed it though. Probably because they realized if they did the S that it's like, you know, that has many meanings. Anyways, we're on a long one. Demonic beasts of a strange land, huh? Well, we have an unknown servant. Yeah, sure. Come, join us. And we want to go with Kill Lancer, which is absolutely not this setup here. In fact, both of you can probably leave. And we'll get ourselves some nice, strong Saber class 1. So, I say strong, but honestly, we don't have too many great ones right now. It's about the best we'll do. I'll give that to you. Give that to you. I'll give that to you. Sure. I think that's good enough. Alright. Well, and let's see who this new servant joining us is. Demonic beast of a strange land. Are they the demonic beasts we've been fighting? Or something else? You want to know if there's a place around here known for its cold? Yes, both types of monsters that have been attacking recently hail from frigid climates. It stands to reason, then, they have fashioned a nest somewhere nearby that is suitably cold. Can you think of any such place? Can't really think of much that's near here. Maybe he means a place beyond the village border fence. Well, it's hard to say since nobody's ever gone there. Hold on. None of you have ever been outside your village, not even once? Well, no, I mean, it's prohibited for one thing. Yeah, most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor decreed that we're not supposed to change residences without permission. Come to think of it, there was the time when around 10 people wandered in after their village flooded. But even then, most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor decides where refugees like that will go, so they never want for anything. We thought you guys were refugees at first, too.
Then, this is not a village, but a cage! Curse those oppressors, I'm so mad I could dance!
Yeah. But you just ignore that, yeah. But really, why would you even want to leave the village? Yeah, we have everything we need right here. Why would we want to wander off to someplace we don't even know? Are you truly okay with that? Well, yeah. I know I've never even thought about going outside the village before. I suppose this is the inevitable result of living in a single place where all one's needs are met. It's like the dodo birds. All needs are met, so you're just ready to die. Hey, mister, have you got a minute? Well, what is it? Well, would you mind if we talked over there? Doth this boy know? So what's this about? Okay, so don't tell the grown-ups about this. But I might know about a cool place nearby. You do? I know it's wrong to break the rules. But I can't help it. I want to know what it's like outside the village. So sometimes I sneak out to go exploring when everyone else is busy working the fields. I know just how you feel. There's something enchanting about the outside world. Really? Do you like exploring too, mister? Aw, yeah, I love it, for sure. I knew you would say that, senpai. You always enjoy meeting new people, after all. I see. I guess you and me are a lot alike, then. So what can you tell us about this cold place? Well, I haven't been there in a long time, and I only went there once, but I remember there being a dark and chilly spot in the forest not too far from here. I remember it being really creepy. If I were a monster, I'm sure that's where I would live. Well, sounds good. We'll take the advice of this one child, because that's all we got.
Oh, so you've had a lead on the Kerchat nest, have you? That should be very useful, well done. This puts Koyanskaya squarely in our sights. I've got you by the tail now, you little minx.
I agree we should take care of this nest sooner rather than later, but what about Akuda? I'm pretty sure she's keeping careful watch of us and just waiting for another chance to attack.
Wasting time in a deadlock with her will not help us. For the time being, we need to focus on any possible lead to bring us within reach of Koyanskaya. If we leave after dark from the opposite side of the village where Akuda attacked, we should be able to sneak out.
Someone will need to stay behind to protect the shadow border while we're gone, just in case. Even so, it is worth the risk of dividing our forces to investigate this possible demonic beast nest. Well, then we gotta figure out who stays and who goes. You should be part of the expedition team, Holmes. No point in a detective holding down the fort, right? Setting aside for a moment that armchair detectives are, to use the modern parlance, very much a thing, I'm forced to concur that this investigation must be conducted on site. Very well then, I will go and investigate this nest. Fortunately, my wounds have been completely healed now. Hey, Mr. Tanner, I would like you to lead this expedition. Left to my own devices, it is entirely plausible that I may become so engrossed in solving this mystery that I take another stumble over a waterfall. I'll come along too, Senpai. Please say you'll do it. In that case, why don't you choose the last expedition members, Tanner? We've sure got no shortage of options. Who do you want to bring? Okay, I'd rather have Jin K. Of course, I'm actually quite good at locating things, you know.
But you'll still need to smash any monsters you find along the way, wouldn't you? In that case, I should come along too. I will crush any oppression we find.
Then Mordrin and I will hold the fort. If you want, Neza and me can go squish anyone who says they couldn't take on that crypto chick while you're out demonic beast hunting. Just focus on keeping the shadow border safe, okay, please? Yeah, I was kidding. Freaking fun police over here. Oh, Mordred, you're so silly. Wow. Wow, okay, yeah. Riding around your shoulders almost feels like flying, Spartacus.
Even familiar scenery can seem completely different when viewed from a new perspective. That small change can help you see things you've never noticed. Sometimes you see beauty and goodness you overlooked. Others you see evil and cruelty you cannot ignore. It is all part of growing up.
That's a lot of words. I think what Spartacus is trying to say is that you're right to want to see the world outside your village. I am?
You are my little rebel.
I wish I was as tall as you, Spartacus.
That will come with training. I wasn't much bigger than you when I was your age, you know.
Really? Then I can actually be like you someday, Spartacus?
Of course you can. Anyone can be like me. Life is rebellion against adversity.
I was a little worried about having a child lead the way, but Spartacus is actually pretty good with him. Who'd have thought? He is, yes. And since he's carrying the boar on his shoulders, we're making good time. That said, we can't go too quickly or Tanner will have trouble keeping up. Don't put yourself too hard, alright, Tanner? If you get tired, I'll give you a piggyback. I'll do my best. I can see more farmland up ahead. Is this a neighboring village? We could save time if we go through it, but I'll get in trouble if someone notices. Maybe we should go around. Hey, do you smell that? Yes, there's a definite scent of blood on the wind. Oh, yes, I suppose that would make sense. If the monster nest is in fact where the boy is taking us, then we are moving along the same path the monsters themselves did. Any village along the way would surely be subject to these beasts' depredations. Depredations? Gotta use the big words, huh?
Boy, go find a safe place to hide and stay there until we get back. We won't be long.
Okay, be careful, alright? Oh, man. This is awful. What a gruesome sight from the look of things. I don't think there were any survivors.
Be careful, I can still smell the foul stench of those man-eating beasts.
Yes, they're so close by. They will no doubt have noticed our scent as well. Oh, it's the Kerchats. And there they are. There's a lot of them, too.
Just as well. If we do not take care of them now, they will go on to hunt for prey in other villages.
Let's do what your orders, please, Master. It's still wild just how, like, straight up for, you know, out of all the Berserkers from, let's say, early Fate Berserkers, you know, Apocrypha, Zero, all that, like, Spartacus is the only one with a modicum of being able to speak, but it really feels like they've even cranked that up more than normal here, you know? So, that's interesting. Anyways, Holmes, do some stuff. Nowadays, Berserkers, you know, they just let him talk. They give him a weird thing, but they make him talk. Okay. Let's just continue on with this. Okay. Well, you picked the right one to attack, because he does take low damage, so that's pretty dang kino. Alright, get all this. Nice. Look at his Baritsu, look at him going. So yeah, Holmes is, like, at this point is playable, because it took a while for them to actually make him be playable, right? Like, he was in the story, and then, you know, they eventually put him in. It's interesting that when they do it like that, where it takes a while to get him in, because, like, Sany was like that too, where it took until an event to get her actually playable, right? Like, she was there in the story, but, I mean, and look at Masamune, right? Oh god, I'm so excited. Oh, when that day comes, I'll be very, very happy. Alright. You have anything that does stuff for other characters? Nope, not really. Alright, that's fine. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Get some stars that you can go whap, 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 whap with. It's a lot of damage. Some good numbers. That's what I like to see. Will we even need to whap whap? We don't. Sick. You'll love to see it. Alright. Let us continue. Also, I'm like almost out of QP again. It keeps happening. I sure hope I get an event soon. I sure hope I can do an event soon that gives me some QP, because I damn well need it. Hostiles eliminated. The battle is over. Now these people can rest in peace. I'd like to think they can, at least.
What is it, Sir Detective? Have you noticed something?
Master Tana, how did the latest battle feel to you? Yeah, I thought I saw some weird tattoos on those Kerchat. Yes, those markings were so odd I can't form a clear picture of them in my mind, but I did see them. Pay those no mind. Their behavior is what concerns me. In particular, the fact that they were clearly trained for combat. Not combat with other animals, but with humans. Yeah, they were using a skill that was Human Hunter, which I never noticed before. Their loss of strength is almost certainly due to change in environment. For creatures accustomed to cold, even this weather must be oppressively hot. Still, they were working as a team. Not like a pack of wild animals either, but as a trained unit. Then someone had to have gone through the trouble of training them. It's early yet to be certain, but yes, it does seem likely. You think Koyan Sky is behind this? If she is, that would raise its own questions, namely, when did she have time to do so?
The answers will surely become apparent in time. Fortunately, they left footprints we can follow.
Good point. At least we know we're going in the right direction.
I'll go get the boy. Meet us outside the village. No one so young should have to see something like this.
He's really good with children. I didn't know Spartacus was so kind. He might not look like it, but his purpose was always to protect the weak. Once he believes someone needs protecting, he'll do anything to keep them safe. Of course, that often ends up in him sacrificing everyone and anyone to do so. I guess that's a berserker for you. They're nothing if not committed. Wow, immediately I went from, man, Spartacus kind of sucked, to, hey, I don't mind this Spartacus. Because Spartacus in Apocrypha was big nothing. Oh, Akutis camp is right there, huh? Okay, the neighboring village. Well, I sure wonder what we're fighting. In that case... Oh, well. I forgot that that's you. That's what you look like. Well, shoot. Okay. I forgot this servant's name. So, like, well, okay, well. Now I know what he looks like. I completely forgot about this guy. I remembered this guy, but I didn't remember the other guy, so... Whoops! Now I do, and now I know what he's gonna look like. Maybe, but I don't know what he's actually gonna act like. So that's the interesting thing that awaits us still. Yeah, let's just go with some of this for some bonus points, I guess, for our servants. Helps them out. Go with our just strong. And you know what? Yeah, let's bring you up. Help on out. Give the stars. Work the hard. Let's go. Well, actually, let's just check here. What are you at? You're at level 7, yeah, so, yeah. Yep, these are things that we want to do, of course, just to get it done. Especially in these battles where I'm not, like, super concerned about the actual, combat of the first couple. Like, I feel like they're good anyways. We can get, I think we need some Miu levels, right? What's she at? Well, no, she's at level 5, never mind. I'm also not using her till I watch more of Prisma Ilia. I will! I want to use all the Prisma girls, but I'm just not right now. Pop you in the back then. Get you worked up, because again, he's like my next one that I need to get him to 10 stars, because I hear that his interlude is really good. Not so much for the upgrade, but for what it is, and that's cool. That's a cool thing. So, let's go! It's just up ahead. There's this huge hole in the ground you used to get inside. I see, so they've taken up residence in a cave. It's really cold and dark inside. I got scared, so I didn't go in far before I turned back. It seemed like it was really deep, though, because it was echoing like crazy. That does sound like it would work as a good home for monsters who prefer the cold. Forget sounds like. We're obviously in the right place.
Oh, I see. We're surrounded. How exciting!
I'm sorry, I should have been more alert.
Well, you were absolutely superlative navigator before return to the front. Before return to the front lines, Miss Light. I cannot blame Mr. Tanner for relaxing his guard now that you are back at his side once more.
Aren't you guys scared? Oh, don't worry. This journey would have ended ages ago if anyone here couldn't crack a joke in the face of mortal peril. Yeah, whatever. It's a Yotan. Pshaw. Interesting that they all have the masks still. Did you see that? Unless I saw wrong. Unless I Bernstein-bared myself and they're actually not wearing the mask, in which case I'm going to scream and cry. But let's see here. Am I correct that they're wearing the mask as well? They are. So it's like, interesting thing to note. Alright, so let's start off with, I mean, we could do a ton of damage to you here. Let's just do that for sure. I definitely do like this Scatty outfit the most. I think the color scheme is really good. A good color scheme is important. Okay. So let's now go with... just continue to get meter, as well as continue to get stars here. Nice. Wow. Oh, right. The Yotens will always go after the divine ones. I forgot about that. So you know what? Let's go like this to do as much as you can. Click. Oh, that damage is so good. Nice. Icy Intimidation. Haha, that was guarded. Wow, you're getting a bunch, huh? That should give you a lot of meter there at the end. Nice. Got it. Okay, so what do we got for our last part here? Oh, it's an Isul... Oh, no, rather a Bergrisi, right. He was the other one. I couldn't even see him there. That's why my number got wrong. Alright. Well, let's go get you some more. And let's give you that. And give you that. And give you that. And give you that. Alright, let's see how big these numbers go. Nice. Nice. Wow. Wow! Mind you, that was, super effective, but still. Oh, hey, would you look at that there? Alright, go ahead, dude. Nice. Almost. Oh, if only that crit. Okay, well, let's finish y'all off. Let's go. I'm sure, honestly, we'll not even need a second Noble Phantasm, but why not? Oh, do we need it? No, we didn't. Oh, nothing. Nothing, huh? Okay. So one thing I'll say is, now that I've got the game on my phone paired up so I can play on my phone at the same time, there's time earlier today where I couldn't record, so I used up some of my AP by just simply cleaning up some of those battles that are left in, like, Babylonia. So, you know, get some free Saint Quartz. We'll see how that goes.
Ah, too easy.
This is so strange. I thought the Kerchat and giants would be living in different places. Indeed. Kerchat destroyed that village, but we followed their tracks only to find giants. Now I wonder what we'll find in that cave.
There's only one way to find out. Just standing here thinking won't get you any answers, Sir Detective.
What about the boy? Don't you think it's too dangerous to bring him in there with us? Be that as it may, we cannot let him return on his own either. There's no telling how many demonic beasts could be lurking nearby. And we need someone to stay here and guard him. No, you can't do that. You all need to stick together if you're gonna fight those monsters. Take me with you. I'm sure I'll be safe as long as I stay close to Tanner. Guess that makes sense, yeah.
I'm proud of you, boy. You have spirit embracing adversity like this. You have faced the fears opposing you and rebelled against them. Come with us, I will be your shield and guide, and sing a song of triumph in your honor.
Indeed, we're not called heroic spirits for nothing. I promise we will not let your bravery go to waste. He's gonna get super killed. It's gonna be the first child murder we're gonna see on screen of this. Because we've seen a lot of off-screen child murder, but we need some on-screen child murder. Icy Cave. Kerchats and giants, eh? Don't mind if I do. So, let's see. Let's get another servant who has the bond points up. Anyone else? Hey, I'll take a baby waiver. Waiver babies will make our dreams come true. I'm gonna switch you out for Saber, actually, because you're better for the second half there. Plus, dear God, I want to get you leveled up. Please, ma'am, please. Actually, let's bring you up then for now. Just for now. Okay. Well, this answers one question. Take a look. Over here we have giant tracks, and over here we have Kerchat dung. Does that mean they've been living here together? Much as I would like to laugh the notion off, we've seen ample evidence of their cohabitation. These demonic beasts have been quite thoroughly altered. So much so they have begun sharing their territory with altogether different species. So someone's been going around domesticating the same beasts that led to Lostbelts getting pruned away. Pretty horrible hobby. And of course there's a yet more significant question. To what end? Maybe they don't have an end in mind. You said this Koyanskaya went around the other Lostbelts tormenting innocent people for kicks, right? Maybe releasing man-eating beasts into peaceful agricultural villages with no defense is just more of that. Uh-oh, I think they spotted us preparing for combat. Oh, wow. Just thrown into another battle. It's been a while since we've had one of those where it's just like, take a couple steps, say a few lines, and it's a battle. Alright. Yeah. Okay, well, they have low HP, huh? So we'll do as much as we can with you. Okay. And you're done. Bonk. Boink. Thwack. Okay, so... I forgot about that. Not usable due to poison. Is it for one more turn, or is it gonna go away? I don't remember. We'll see here. Is it now 2 turns? Is it actually increasing? If so, that's bad. Wow. Okay. Yeah, now we have access to it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Just keep trying our best to do good damage. Okay. Oh, poison's not fun. A little bit of this. Okay, and 2. At least poison, like, it's, you know, 500 damage is a slight annoyance. It's not like some of those games where poison is like, oh, you're screwed. Again, let's go after the Bagadou. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Big hit. Nice. Boy, you are really going after him, huh? Boy, you are really going after him in particular, huh? Okay. So let's go 30, 100, 70. Let's try that to do as much as we can. Come on, kill with the 30. Thank you. Good. So close. Okay. Uh-oh. Ah! Now that's gonna suck, actually. Pop that. I want to save that to the last one, though. So, I mean, unless if I go like... If I go like this, then maybe I'll get some meter back. Plus, we haven't used his skills anyway, so... Might as well use it before he dies, because one bad hit and he will. Oh, hey. Everything worked. That's cool. Yeah, you got some back there. Not bad. 50% roughly. Okay, so now let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Don't even need yours. Okay. Alright, now grant us that meter. Let's go 1, 2. And you know what? We'll do this. And this. And this. Give this. And this. And let's go 1, 2. 100 is probably better, even though he got the boost up, but that's fine. I like when numbers are big. It makes my gamer brain feel good. Boy, these guys are real stingy with their items. I feel like every other time I've been fighting these dudes, it's like, oh yeah, you want Giant's Rings? Here you go. Me? No, at least they're giving me QP, though. That's the important thing. I need that stuff. I crave that mineral. Okay, well. Boy. Sure wonder what we're going to be facing this time, huh? Same as it ever was. Just stick with the same. 'Cause it's the same again, it seems. Damn, it's not easy fighting so many of them at once. And they just keep coming. Well, our initial goal was to exterminate the Kerchat. This was more or less inevitable. Take care of the boy, Spartacus.
No problem.
Oh, just another one, huh? Just a bow, bow, bow. Another one that we gotta make bite the dust. Yeah. We're doing it. Guys, I'm like 10 episodes ahead from my recordings. It's rough. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, not usable for 2 turns. Okay, it's 2 turns now. I don't remember if it was 1 turn last time or not, but I was gonna say there's 10 of them, huh? Okay, well, let's just do as much as we can then. Okay. Yes, do your thing. Okay, and he's gonna of course you're poisoning him. Okay. Let's pop this on. Because why not? Get that going. Go 1, 2, 3. You're done. Oh, you will be too. Nice. Okay. We gotta get rid of that Yoten at the back there. Let's just do... Yeah, let's get big meter gains too. Because it's super effective anyways, so might as well hit him with all we got. Wish that crit. We do be reloading. Okay. Alright. Let's pop this on as well. Okay. And let's go 1, 2, 3. So I didn't know if that first one would kill. Okay. Alright, he poisoned. Okay. 3 enemies remaining. Are you gonna get 20? Yes, you will. Very nice. Let's use that for sure. Omoshiroi, which has been ruined for me thanks to the Sonic movie. Which is weird to think about. Alright. Do your best. I do like how they're just like, we can't discern the logo on him. What is this mysterious thing? When it clearly just says NFF on it, but I guess there's some magecraft at play that we can't see. You know, like we can see the NFF and the clear fox, but... Okay. Let's go... Oh, actually... Let's do this just so that we can do some stupid damage and then, you know... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Nice. That's a lot. Okay. Oh, there's one more enemy. I didn't even see them there. Let's go... 100, 160. Okay. So close. We could have done some good stuff if we just got lucky there with doing it right. Okay. Let's go attack up. Attack up. Buster up. Attack up. Get some sea stars. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby. See how much we can do this one, dude. Yeah. Alright. Good stuff, team. Especially you guys in the back who really, really helped. What? I'm not lying. Please ignore the giant anime sweat drop on my head.
They're retreating? That can't be right. There must be more to this.
I agree. In fact, their whole style of combat was odd. Yes, this goes well beyond sharing territory. They're even fighting as a team. We can now be certain beyond any doubt that someone is controlling them. Then do you think we'll find Koi and Skya further inside this cave? I do not imagine we'll be quite so fortunate. We should go to meet whoever called them off. Once we've taken them out, that should stop these monsters from attacking other villages.
Do you mind if we continue onward, little rebel?
Okay, you'll keep me safe, right, Spartacus?
Of course I will. As long as you prepare to face your fears, nothing can stop me.
I'm happy that he's a good big brother. Big in, like, the literal sense. Really, just more random encounters, huh? I see. Well, I mean, let's go. Ooh, that looks fun. Okay. Except, let's replace you with, well, actually, maybe not replace, but move you. We're gonna move you there. But we will replace you with Casta. Yeah. You want Ilya or you? Let's go Ilya. Yeah, let's go Ilya. Ilya's got some good stuff for destroy. Well, but if it's gonna be hordes of any, well, but you know what? There's probably gonna be one strong one at the end, right? So we'll stick with that. Actually, you know what? Just be careful. We'll switch you with Nero as well. I kind of wanted you to get the bond up points, but hey, I like Summer Nero as well. So getting those bond up points is good there. Okay, well, let's go. The Ortonax's sensors are picking up an impossible amount of magical energy up ahead. Don't tell me it's a Diavoltron. No, far stronger. And unless my instruments are completely broken, there are two of them. Does that mean we finally found the boss? I'm not sure. Their spirit origin patterns tell me they must be demonic beasts. What's more, they're almost identical to data for the Diavoltrons and fire giants we fought before. But the sheer amount of magical energy they possess is insane. And on top of that, the reading is still going up. Hold it. Do you hear that?
What an awful sound!
You think those monsters we fought earlier came here to feed? Just so I am certain I understand, Miss Curiolite, you said the Ortonax's sensor picked up 2 signals. Yes, that's right. There are only 2, then where did all the other demonic beasts go? It reeks in here. I can't believe these things.
Indeed, they're eating their own kind.
The Diavoltron is eating the Kerchat, and the Moosebill is eating the other giants. There's an ample precedent for cannibalism in the natural world. We certainly never saw this happening in either Russia or Scandinavia. Furthermore, if this is the source of the increased magical energy you noticed, these are no ordinary predators. To gain the strength of those that consume this quickly, they would have to be soul eaters. Oh. And they had the ones we were fighting retreat so that, yes, most likely will just make these 2 more powerful for the final battle. Though it remains unclear whether these 2 gave the order to retreat themselves, or if those who retreated did so of their own accord. Gross. Gross. Looks like they're done with their meal. They're looking at us like we're dessert. Ah, the bloodlust of the demonic beasts we fought in... Oh, wow, in Uruk, yeah? I thought so too, Master. These demonic beasts must really hate humans. I'm not sure about the significance of that, but we can worry about it later. Right now, it's time to get rid of these demonic beasts once and for all. Your orders, please, Master? Fight. Big fighty. Come on, Mash, you can do it from the back lines. Where a shielder belongs, I guess. You know, if Steven Universe was a servant, he'd be a shielder. That's just a Mooseful and a Dialvatron, huh? Okay. Good thing we got her, then. Pop that. Pop this. Okay, and let's start with, honestly, getting as much meter as we can to just nuke them is the best option, I feel. Plus, we hit him for a lot. Through some cold. Skill seal. Good thing we used a lot of them already. Okay. Do some of this. I kind of wish I popped your MP gain, but that's fine. Okay. Alright. Yes, resist, please. No! Okay. Pop this. Nice, good. Increase your gain. I don't have anything to gain with you. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. Get as much as you can, dude. I think that gave us C-stars. Ow. Dantes is hurting. Dantes is dead. Okay. Hello, Nero. Okay. Well, I was gonna say give the meter suck with you, but that is not an option. Apply invincible. Apply evade. And you get a guts and an attack up. Actually, how much do you get? Let's see here. Oh, nice. Shall we try nuking him from orbit? Let's try that. Give you bonus attack. Do that. Okay. I'm gonna hold on. Increase gain 150. Okay, well, it gives you that naturally. So if she does go below, then she'll get it there. Okay, and then we'll give you an attack up. So we're gonna straight up nuke this dude. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see how much you get. Let's see, how much do we do? Oh, good. That's good. That's good. Nice. Ooh, the status ailments are the bigger problem, huh? Well, I think we got this, though, because look at what we got for the other two, then. So we're going to go... Never mind. Never mind. All right. Let's do as much as we can, then. Absolutely didn't see that amidst the flurry of status ailments. Well, you're done anyways. Goodbye. Okay. We can absorb his charge there if we can use the Noble Phantasms, so that's the important thing. So we can go 1, 2. Let's go 3 and see if we can get Ilya some more meter gain there and see if she can pop it again. If we need to, even. Alright, let's see. Okay, well, I mean, we got this. Just a case of doing it, toing it. Our best attackers are probably you three. Do it. Alright. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. This ain't no problem. A3. Oh, I love to see 3 units. Oh, and some sake. Delicious. Drinks on me, boys. Both hostiles are down. There are no other threats here. I guess that's that then. I'm afraid not, given that we are still no closer to finding Koyanskaya. I believed it was possible that she may have been the one training these demonic beasts, but the evidence is as of yet inconclusive. You can literally see the NFF on them, dude!
I never thought I would see demonic beasts cooperating like this.
Yes, I was sure we would find Koyanskaya here controlling them. But she is the one that brought the creatures here, right? I believe that is a safe assumption, given the lack of alternate suspects. But we still don't know how she set them free after doing so. What do you mean? Take a look at those piles of bones, Miss Kira. These beasts have been devouring their kin since well before today. They have been sending the runts of the litter, so to speak, out to hunt, then stealing their magical energy for themselves. As ecologies go, it resembles the dead apostles. Oh, interesting. No ordinary species would depend on such a twisted survival strategy. These beasts had no other choice. They desperately needed to find a way to survive after being completely cut off from their proper habitat. I don't remember the Yotens or Kerchat being able to directly convert their prey into magical energy before. They may have been forced to learn that ability to cope with the massive change in environment. Perhaps Koyanskaya gave it as another form of enhancement. If that is so, then the larger question remains. Why would she go to all that trouble just to have them fend for themselves now? What a strange woman. I honestly have no idea what she could be thinking. I was hoping to find evidence of her motives, but unfortunately that trail has gone cold once again. I can only surmise she has her own reasons for traveling between Lostbelts. Formidable foe.
Are you alright, boy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was over there watching anyway. You guys really are strong. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. I'm sorry I wasn't more helpful.
Standing your ground and watching over the others is a show of strength and bravery on its own, boy. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks. Jinkei, what are you doing? Well, you guys said these things could be brewed into decent booze, right? I'm not usually for cutting up monster corpses, but if there's booze to be found. Is this it? I see. They're secretory glands. Yes, as long as I preserve them properly, I imagine Da Vinci could make whatever it is within drinkable. But we certainly did plenty of toxin extraction in Russia after all, I must say, though. Between you and that servant who drinks everything in sight, I confess I struggle to understand. How can you still be hungry after seeing that?
It doesn't matter what it used to look like, Sir Detective. There are fewer things sweeter to a warrior than a victory toast.
This way, we'll also have a nice souvenir to bring back to the village. Of course, neither Senpai and I are of drinking age, but that aside... Come on, let's go back. You are of drinking age in Canada. But alas, the only Lostbelt in Canada is Olympus, which is in Newfoundland. It's in Prince Edward Island. Still the weirdest thing. I know it's just because they just, like, you know... cut off part of the map there. Wow, what? Okay, it's just a one-off short one. Got it. Sounds good. Boy, yeah, this is going speedy fast. Section 5, the White Cavalry Heroine, the best in the land. Oh, is it the thumbnail girl? Will we actually see her? Amidst the flowers a jug of wine. I pour alone, lacking companionship. So raising the cup, I invite the moon, and turn to my shadow, which makes 3 of us. Wow, lady, you got a beautiful voice. What does that mean? Well, it means if you're ever drinking by yourself among flowers, you can still have companionship if you toast to the moon in your shadow. You know how when you're out taking a walk at night, and you look up and see the moon, and find yourself craving a drink? Don't you think it makes the alcohol all the sweeter? I've never had alcohol before, but I do like the moon. It's pretty. I know what you mean. It's hard to put into words, but there's just something mysterious about it. So what? You always go drink in the flower fields like that whenever the moon's out? Not me, silly. It was a man named Li Bai. Not to say I don't follow his lead now and then. Oh, wait. You said this Li Bai guy was doing this moon gazing alone, right? So, how'd you hear what he said? Were you spying on him or something? No, of course he was alone. I just learned how he drank, and how he felt in the moonlit flower later on through his poem. Ah, so this Li Bai guy told you about it later then. No, I never met him. I read his poem well after he first wrote it down, and many others had copied it. Wrote down? Yes, writing, it uses symbols to convey language. It lets you record your own thoughts, ideas, and experiences for others to read, even if they live long after you've died. That sounds awesome. I want to try that. That's great. There are a ton of characters, but it's not so bad if you just learn a few at a time. I know. Why don't we start with something simple, like the ones for father and mother? Father? Mother? What's that? I'm sorry, does he not have parents?
Parents? What are those?
I think she probably means whose womb he was born from.
I can figure out when I was born by counting backwards, but I don't know who might have been pregnant the year before.
Yeah, how the hell are we supposed to remember something like that? Then who raises the children?
We all do. When the kids have questions, whoever's free teaches them to till the fields, and how lucky we are to have Heavenly Emperor watching over us. Oh, and someone teaches them how babies are made and when they're old enough.
I see, so that's how things work here. Well, there are characters for everything, including things you see every day, so why don't we start with ones for light and earth? Okay. Another broken society.
How tragic. This world's people have had their minds shackled and are forced to live as slaves under the yoke of illiteracy. This is oppression. It is information warfare of a wholly different kind. I will do whatever I must to throw off these chains. I, Spartacus, am going to get my master's degree in education. Must be nice being a servant and never having to worry about anything. Boy, our voices are quite similar, aren't they? Except I'm a bit lower register and he's a bit higher register. Boy, it must kill our throats. Never mind that excessively empathizing with these people tightens the noose around our own necks. This is a Lostbelt. We need to defeat its scriptor, chop down its tree of emptiness, and cut off its future by sending it back to the pruning theoretical phenomenon. If all this won't leave you feel guilty when it comes time for that, then you're better off not showing these people any kindness at all. Now, if you don't care about any of that and simply enjoy meeting new people, then knock yourself out. But I'm not so simple-minded. I'm well aware there's only so much stress I can take.
Yeah, and he's dying, too.
You're wrong, oppressor who has never known oppression. What was that? Vanquishing an opponent after you have helped to keep them weak is another form of oppression. People deserve freedom.
Spartacus?
It is only when they have fangs with which to fight and hope for the future that competition may begin. I am, of course, Tanner's servant. As such, I will do everything I can to fight for proper human history. That will never change. But as a man who honors people's pride, I must say this. We cannot just assume proper human history is the one that deserves to survive. Have you lost your mind, man? No, you're a berserker. This must be your madness announcement speaking.
Easy there. Don't let him get to you. He's just all fired up after he's seeing how cowardly all these people are. He might be talking more than usual, but he's still saying the same shit he always does. Berserkers. Can't understand him. Can't change him.
Humans must ever move forward in search of a better future.
No, I'm giving him the thick lips. I don't need that. That's the wrong voice.
Master Tanner, you have yet to become an oppressor. Pay close attention to this world and how its people live their lives.
I move my chin more with Spartacus.
Because with Gordolf, I puff up my lips, right? I the air in my lips, right? But with Spartacus, I just move my lips normally.
That's voice acting lessons with Tanner.
You must see for yourself whether it is they or we who are fit to inherit humanity's future. Just as we now fight against our destruction, so too should they have fangs and claws of their own with which to rage against destiny's oppression. For justice can only be attained when two opposing rebellions clash.
So, you think we should step aside for them?
The coming battle will determine that. Once it has, that is when I will take up my sword in rebellion. But if that happens, that true human dignity is to be found here in this Lostbelt, then I shall bend my knee in service to China. Should that come to pass, the souls of those here who are still not bound by the chains Should that come to pass, the souls of those here must not still be bound by the chains of oppression. If they are to inherit the hopes and dreams of our proper human history, we must teach them about our poetry and our feelings. So please, do not admonish Jinkei for her actions.
Well, I cannot quite agree with everything Spartacus here has said. There is certainly no harm in being on good terms with the locals. I cannot imagine Miss Jinkei could merely stand idly by either. Seeing these people toil away in illiteracy under King Huwang's rule cannot have sat well with her. Why not let her help them if she so wishes? Yeah, she seems happier that way too.
Foo-foo! Madness in the hands where rot, so we're still a heroic spirit, and not shy about sharing our opinions either. You know, I once looked up to the indomitable gladiator Spartacus myself back when I was a lad, but never mind that. I can't help but notice, 2 days since we got here, and we're no close to finding an attitude, but we've still got time, right? Right? Why is it fading to black on me?
As requested, Your Imperial Majesty, I've determined who I think to be our 2 best warriors and brought them back from Mount Lee. Okay, I'm going to change the voice now that I know what he looks like, at least. So I see. Well done, Captain. The first is Xiang Yu, the fearsome general who hails from Chongqing of Szechuan. Ah yes, the woman who commands the White Cavalry. It is a great honor to serve as your spear and shield again, Your Imperial Majesty. We still have such vivid recollections of how gallantly you fought in the Baozhou Rebellion. We can think of none better than you to fight in defense of our empire. You are too kind, Your Imperial Majesty. Now that I have been reawakened after such long time sleeping, I can ask for nothing better than to help uphold your reign for another 10,000 years. Excellent, we will hold you to that. Our empire faces an unprecedented threat. Use your master of the Ash Spear to disperse the clouds looming over our land. I will, Your Imperial Majesty. Next, I brought you a strategist. I gave it a lot of thought and decided to go with your most loyal retainer, the one who has served you longer than anyone else. You don't look like a servant. You just look like a dude. Hello again, you look like Meunier. You look like me! Oh, I hate this. I mean, if this dude looks like me, might as well just give him my voice. Hello again, Your Imperial Majesty. It's me, Han Xin, your faithful right-hand man. Oh, our most distinguished Han Jin. We may have many heroes at our disposal at Mount Lee, but few who knew us before we obtained this holy vessel. You are a living witness to Qin's military history. So I guess you woke me up to fight another war. Where are we invading this time? The desert? The ocean? No, wait, don't tell me. The moon? No, our war of conquest is long since complete. Your leadership in the Arctic War was crucial to defeating the Aztec Republic. That's sick! And our last great enemy, the Habsburg Empire, succumbed to economic sanctions. The world has long since been at peace. Ah, I mean, that's wonderful to hear, Your Imperial Majesty. Who doesn't love peace? Still, peaceful world's like a tidy room. It's bound to get dusty eventually. Indeed, so I'm counting on you to handle the cleanup once again. By the way, how's science progress the last time I was awake? Any new weapons I should know about? Ah yes, with the exception of our royal guards and the supervisors defending the fields, we have retired most of our flesh and blood soldiers. The bulk of our army is now comprised of automated mechanical soldiers. Mechanical soldiers? This is huge. We won't have to keep them fed or rested, and if one breaks, we can just repair them and send them back into the field. Oh, this changes everything. Possibilities are endless. New strategies, new tactics. Oh, it's enough to make my head spin. Hunson, well, you are much too unusual to be called a genius, tactical or otherwise. We have nothing but respect for your talent. Make full use of your strategic cunning, and return with another victory to your name. Ah, thank you, Your Imperial Majesty. You are too kind. Oh my, his expressions are just as unique as you suggested. No wonder Lord Hanjin is such a decorated general. Wonderful. With these two, the Empire's defenses should be airtight. Really? What's that really about? Really what? I don't know, Koi and Sky. Are you just saying just the two of them? I don't know. The demonic general descends. Sure. Let's do a bit more. I had some shorter parts last time, so why not? When in doubt, Merlin it out. Hey, give me that one. And, I'm gonna place you with you for Hungro. We'll stick with you. And in case it's a servant, we'll replace you with the you. Because servants get the bonus. As you can see, all good, all Gucci. I think this should be good. Let's see what we're facing. I don't know. Xiang just fired another rocket. It looks like it's aimed straight at us, just like the first one. Think this is, this one is more supplies for Hinako? I doubt it. I'm guessing it's either a direct attack, or it's carrying soldiers that can handle a rough ride, like when Akuda and that prince first showed up. Given that this civilization has produced humanoid mechanical soldiers, there's no telling what could be coming next. That said, there has been something strange with this Lostbelt from the very beginning. Really, what is it? When Katak and Ophelia came to fight us with their servants, they tended to bide their time, waiting for us to be weakened by other enemies. But Akuda hardly waited a moment before coming after us. Yeah, that is a weird thing. Why do you think that is? Because there's no one else who could fight? That would seem to be the foremost possibility. Especially since this world is so peaceful, its people are completely unfamiliar with the concept of war. It may be well that this Lostbelt's ruler has no military force capable of engaging servants.
Makes sense to me. Standing armies are nothing more than walking money pits. Keeping one around without an enemy to fight just wouldn't make any sense.
And if there's no army here, this Lostbelt will be all the easier to deal with. Well, we should refrain from getting our hopes up. I believe we are bound to see Zhang Yang's first attack sans Akuta. That means without, not the skeleton. And this battle will tell us a great deal about this world's military strength. Alright, what are we dealing with? Here comes the rocket, guys. Watch the impact. What's even the point of waiting for it to land? We know it's got enemies on it, right, Master? So why don't we just smash the thing out of the sky? Alright, go ahead and use your noble phantasm. This is the evil sword that destroyed my father, Clarent Blood Arthur. Oh, can you imagine if the villagers are like, oh, that was our monthly baby rocket. That's the one carrying the newborns. Uh-oh. Hell yeah, nailed it. It's not over yet. We're still picking up its magical energy signal. Something's coming out of the wreckage. Gauging temperature, evaluating magical energy release, threat level minimum. Oh, it's you. Target's located. Okay. Is that a person or a horse? Whatever he is, it's definitely not human. What's with these readings? His magical energy pattern is closer to an automaton than a servant, but his values are off the charts. This guy's gotta be as powerful as a dragon-class demonic beast. What? Are you quite sure of that, Da Vinci? You're certain he is an automaton and not a living creature? Trust me, I couldn't believe my eyes either. If he really is a machine, then these readings don't make any sense at all.
You're starting to scare me. What's so strange about that anyway?
Unlike living organisms, a machine's output rises and falls based off its operational parameters. No one would be so foolish as to fully open the throttle on one merely to leave the warehouse, right? All of this to say, the enemy is still just warming up. But if it's giving off this much magical energy while it's still warming up... That was a hell of a roar. I trust you measured that waveform, Da Vinci? Oh yes, we've been up against a number of opponents with vast amounts of magical energy before, but none of them took on such small forms. Retreat, retreat, oh crap, it's too late. Hang in there as best you can until we find a way to escape, guys. Whatever you do, don't go toe-to-toe. Okay, so it's a survival battle. Thank you for expressly telling me. Foreigners are effective against berserkers, huh? Wonder why it's telling us that. What? Wonder why it's telling us that. Because he is. Okay, it doesn't even hide that. Whoa, you are gnarly. You're really gross looking. I've never actually seen his sprite in combat, so... Okay, so we got 4 arms, each with a sword. We have the head up there. We got, like, horse legs. You're gross looking. I don't really like you, dude. I don't really like you. So... we just gotta survive, right? In which case, let's just try our best to get Merlin his meter. It's like the best we can do right now. Because that'll help out a lot. Seems like he's debuff immune. Tactical body. Quick but oh boy! Okay. Okay. Let's take some of your meter there. And let's go 1, 2... Nope, we'll go 1, 2, 3. Because I want to, you know, survive over time. That'd be cool. Come on, give him a bunch. Okay, well, it's about the best we're going to get for now. Oof! Wow! That's a lot! Okay, well. Let's focus on you. And we'll use this to then go... 1... We'll go 1, 2, 3. I should use that 100, but get the most that we can, because, yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, wow. He just spins to wins, huh? Okay. So let's go... Target focus and Noble Phantasm up. And let's go... Evade. And let's go... 1, 2... 3. Okay. Hello? Oh. Sound glitch. Happens every time I play for too long. Because whenever I record twice in a row, it does this. So that's fine. After the battle, that'll be it for tonight. So we're all good. It is just about it. It's basically memory leak is what it is. The game literally has too many sound clips in its RAM and it can't do anything about it. Ooh. Okay, well, even though with that crit, it wasn't too bad, so... well... Let's do a hero creation on you, because I see a lot there that could be really good. Let's do an attack up. So we can go like 1, 2, 3. Do some big hitties. Let's go. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Okay, he's doing his buster and everything up again. Okay, that one's not too bad. I can live with that. Oh, hey. More damage, you say, with her? Don't mind if I do. 1, 2, 3. We're breaking that gauge. That's very strange without sound. Get that critty. Okay. Is that just it? Is it just to the first break? It is. That wasn't so bad. Well, now that I know that it's him, I will definitely, whenever I fight him next, I will use, you know, the class that is effective against him, being a foreigner. Damn, he's tough.
Such devastating oppression! How can I not rush to meet it?
Watch yourself, Spartacus. He'll cut you, even you, to ribbons if you run in like a jackass. Oh, frick. I don't know what voice to do with him, because it's a robot, but I don't want to do the...
I see. So this is the extent of their capabilities.
Because he's a robot, dude.
Tanner, we've got another servant headed this way.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, wrong voice. It looks like a Kuda Hanako's Prince of Lanling.
This is bad if he joins forces with this automaton now.
Why did you go on the attack without us, Lord Xiang Yu? Xiang Yu? Did he say Xiang Yu?
I need to measure.
Nope, not doing that. Nope. That was a mistake last time, and it's a mistake now again. So we'll just do cool and, like, you know, calculated, because he's a robot. I needed to measure our opponent's abilities. That is all I can really do. I believe I have gained sufficient data in this encounter. We can begin our strategy meeting. Let us go to the camp. I will formulate a plan to lead us to flawless victory. Yes, Lord Xiang Yu. Allow me to lead you the way. They've retreated. Well, yeah, more like they let us go. It looks like that thing just stopped by to check us out.
Just to check us out? You're joking, that thing is far more powerful than our servants. What the hell was he?
Dunno, but he didn't even try to keep his true name secret. Xiang Yu. So that was Xiang Yu, the hegemon king of Western Chu, who vied with Liu Bang, the founder of the Han Dynasty, for control of China. Trying my best. Are you alright, Lord Xiang Yu? I'm fine. It has been 2,048,000 hours since I engaged in combat, but my chassis functioned without issue. I was hoping you would never need to take up your swords again. The Emperor has decreed I must. Combat may not be my original function, but this frame has since been optimized for it. As such, it is imperative I use it to destroy the Empire's enemies. Yes, now that you're here, our victory is all but assured. So those were the Chaldeans. They hail from the same world as you. They're a sworn enemy. Invaders who threaten the Empire's peace and prosperity. We can never coexist with them. Their goals and the Empire's are fundamentally opposite. I see. They did seem surprised to hear that name, Xiang Yu. What you told me sounded impossible, but it really seems it is true. There truly is a history where I am known as Xiang Yu. That's right, a single wayward branch of history led you to be given the name Xiang Yu, and later generations knowing you as a human man. Me, a human. How could something so bizarre come to be? No matter how many times you tell me, it never ceases to surprise. That's how much China's history rippled out to the rest of the world. If the Emperor had passed away after a normal lifespan... Enough, merely imagining such a thing gives us chills. Quite, Your Imperial Majesty. My humblest apologies. So tell us, how did you find your long-awaited return to the field of battle? My calculations show a clear path to victory. Let me handle the particulars, and defeating Chaldea will be no trouble. We see. Still, one can never be too careful. Thus, I have given Qin Lang Yu a battalion and sent her to join you. You will rendezvous with her and finish the enemy for good, ensuring a glorious victory for the Empire. Wait, Your Imperial Majesty. As they say, cleverness has never been associated with long delays. Now that we have Lord Xiang Yu with us, our victory is a foregone conclusion. I think we should move to eliminate Chaldea as soon as possible. Surely you jest, Akuda. You have fled from them not once, but twice now. Your tactical insight, such as it is neither necessary nor welcome. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Please forgive my outburst. Good. You are not to make a move until King Yang Yu arrives. Until then, you will continue to monitor Chaldea and ensure they do not turn tail and run. As you wish. This is very different. Like, we've got to see the side of the Cryptor quite often, but this one feels strange. It feels like the Cryptor is absolutely not in control, you know? Saber and a Zerker, you say? Well, let's get ourselves this, and we're gonna change out you for you. Okay, we're gonna actually make a team that's strong this time. We're gonna change out you for you. So let's see here. We can do that. I'm gonna switch you out for you. Okay. So we got these two. If we go like this, maybe, let's see here. So we got these two, because these two will also deal damage to him. Well, no, we should probably get rid of the Berserker first, right? Yeah, we'll definitely get rid of the Berserker first. We're going to switch this out. Can we give you something more? We can't give you a 12, but we can give you a 9. So let's see here. Art and Buster. Damage up. Gauge by chance. That sucks. That's chance only. You can find better ones that are guaranteed. It's tough. It's tough deciding when it's like this. Defense against mail? Sure. That works. That'd be interesting. This we're switching off for. Let's get with you, honestly. Because if we do this, because yours is against Saber, right? Saber class servant, so you can deal extra damage to him as well, which will be welcome. Okay, well, let's give this a go. Okay, you said you learned something in your analysis, Holmes? Thanks to the remains of the automata we recovered earlier, I believe I've learned something. With Crown Prince Neza's help, I examined their inner workings and... Yes, they look like me. What? Their quality, however, is most unfortunate. Their mechanisms only imitate my own. Oh, right, you're a robot. I forgot about that. There is much degradation. It pales in comparison to great Taizen Ren's famed work. The sage Taizen Ren and his lotus spirit. So then you think these soldiers use sage arts as a base instead of science? Even so, I suppose it is impressive that they work as well as they do, with makeshift parts instead of jewels of the old sage world. The key problem we face is the centaur-like creature that called himself Xiang Yu. What do you make of the combat footage I showed you, Neza? Oh yes, this one is much more like I am than the clay dolls. I have not seen his interior, but I can say that much for certain. Many of his movements resemble my own style. Even though this form is so radically different than yours? I think those extra arms were bolted on later. His techniques still reflect a human-shaped body. If he had been made in that form to start, he would move much more naturally. I see. A true martial artist's perspective proves most illuminating here. To crib from Holmes, this is just a preliminary theory, but I think he was originally a humanoid patterned after my design. And that he became known as Xiang Yu after many further modifications. In addition, we know that the other mechanical soldiers are much weaker, thanks to their mechanisms made less complex. Prince Neza's body was made with sage arts from the Shang dynasty, long before the age of Qin. However, if in this world, Qin Shi Huang managed to recover and gain an understanding of these arts, scientific progress could subsequently have evolved them into something wholly different from what they were in proper human history. That could also explain how the Emperor managed to become immortal here, and why this Lostbelt is such unusual technology.
There's no time to be admiring their handiwork. We should be asking ourselves what they're doing.
For some reason, they haven't made a move. They've just been monitoring us from their camp about 2 kilometers away. My guess is they're waiting for something. The silence is rather unnerving. For the moment, I've asked Mr. Tanner to take the servants and remain on standby. How dare they treat Taizen Ren's work with less respect than it is due. When we next meet, I will show them the power of my fire-tipped spear. I'm missing those periods everywhere, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Don't be like, oh, no, she was doing it, the period was there. I really don't care, I'm sorry. I really don't care, it's a weird way of speaking. That probably works a lot better in Japanese. What the hell was that monster? I couldn't believe how strong he was. Yeah, he wasn't just some muscle-headed dumbass either. See, strength's actually a double-edged sword. If you're faster and more skilled than a stronger opponent, you can still kick his ass all the way up and down the yard. But that guy was... how do I put this?
His eyes were as cold as ice, a far cry from the mania of the battlefield. They were the eyes of an oppressor if I've ever seen them. He must be defeated no matter the cost.
Yeah, it was freakish cool-headed. Like he was just calmly assessing our every move. It felt like he was predicting exactly what we would do, and what he needed to do to avoid every attack. Very creepy. It was well beyond martial arts. It was also strange that Prince of Lanling called him Xiang Yu. If Huwang really is still alive, I suppose it's not that strange that Xiang Yu might be too, since they lived at the same time. Yeah, they might have both been alive back then, but that thing we fought today wasn't even human. For that matter, why would Xiang Yu be a general working under the Qin Emperor? I mean, I only learned about this myself once I became a servant, but Xiang Yu was a central figure in the rebellion that destroyed the Qin dynasty after King Shi Huang died, right? I heard he competed with Liu Bang, the guy who went on to create the Han dynasty for control of China. Okay, let's say he was always born to fight. Why would someone like that just bend the knee and serve Qin all meek and obedient? I'm afraid I've got even more bad news. There's a new army headed this way, and not by rocket this time. If these readings are right, it looks like they're on a wheeled transport. More reinforcements from Xiangyang, huh? Yep, and the fact they're traveling by land means they aren't just mechanical soldiers. It's a real flesh and blood army, led by an actual human general. Does this mean Akuda's been waiting to rendezvous with them? Probably. I guess they plan to end this by combining those armies to absolutely crush us.
If they overwhelm us with sheer numbers, we'll have no way of fighting back. This is certainly a rather dire predicament.
We can't even run away. There's nowhere we can hide in this wide open field. Well, then we should make the first move ourselves.
Are you mad, you fool? You're not here to formulate strategy, especially not without asking me. Besides, you just saw for yourself how frighteningly strong that Xiang Yu monster is. Attacking first would be far too reckless. Let us retreat from this Lostbelt if necessary. Oh wait, I'll never be cured if we do that. We have to find a way to hold our ground. But then again, that Xiang Yu robot scares the hell out of me. What is he anyway? Some kind of living storm?
I see our self-proclaimed commander is pretty rattled too. Yes, it might be reckless to go on the offensive now, but if we wait around for reinforcements to get here, we won't have a prayer. We should challenge that storm again. If nothing else, it's a chance to chip away at the enemy's forces. You're always so calm and collected, Jinkei. If you think making the first move's the way to go, then we might just have a chance. Alright, let's go on the attack. But be warned, I'm going to be keeping an even closer eye on Tanner's vitals than usual. Remember, we didn't come to China just so you can burn yourself out. Well, you'll need to be real careful. Hey, as long as we can take care of business before Tanner gets worn out, it's all good, right?
Either way, if we just stand here and wait for the reinforcements, we'll run out of options entirely. I say we strike now while the rebellion is hot.
Alright, let's do our best, Master. Foo-foo! What? They've gone on the attack? That's right. The Master of Chaldea and her servants are charging in like fools. This is perfect. Not even the Emperor would stop us from engaging invaders. Are you sure about this? We could remain on the defensive until reinforcements arrive. No, the sooner we finish them off, the better. You're more than strong enough for that, Lord Xiang Yu. Very well, I will do my best. I gotta go deeper with him. I will join you, Hegemon King of Western Chu. It would be an honor to fight up beside such a legendary hero. This time we're gonna obliterate Chaldea and their master. Don't leave so much as a trace of them behind. We are just, like, again, this is the most feeling like war one here. Which is strange. Like, this one really feels like war. Like, we're going back and forth and actually, like, fighting. The same party moving the lines up and down. Like, it's strange. It's different. Why was a command seal used? Also, why was there dialogue that was just skipped? Did you see that? That was strange. If that's a sound glitch, I'm going to see what that says. Because that seems important. Not just for, hey, they said something, but in terms of, hey, they probably like hint at gameplay. It's sort of like with the Fate Extra patch that gives battle dialogue. It's very important to be able to actually read what the opponents are doing. We'll see here. Come on, Fu. You got this. Thankfully, the hour delay of daylight savings means we won't get interrupted almost ever now. Oh, just not showing? Strange. Okay. Maybe it was a glitch. Who knows? Anyways, let's start with Fear. Oh, we still got the defense down at least. Okay. And let's start with 1, 2, 3. Do as much as we can. 600,000. Wow, I feel like we gotta get rid of Lan Ling then. We'll see here. Invincible and attack up. Well, we're not attacking you then. Simple as that. Pop this on. Now this specifically does decrease charge and attack. So you know what? Let's just pop this right now to get it going again. Good. Nice. Okay, and let's go 1, 2, 3. Try and get that last bit of meter there. Not enough. Okay, we'll get it next turn then. Oh my god. It's a lot. Okay. How many turns are you invincible for? 3 turns? That sucks. Alright. Pop that on for now. And can't use that. Okay. Well, let's go. Well, you have invincible break though. I'll hold off on using that, because then if I can get you your meter, we can do some good stuff with that. Because then we can attack with your Noble Phantasm on Lan Ling and do some decent damage. Oh, and removing buffs too. Nice. Good stuff. Good damage. Okay. Good. Okay. Try that for now. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3 on you, because it's the best we got for now. Okay. Well, they literally know who to attack, huh? That's okay, so we got Hero in here. Good. We don't have a full combo with her, but that's fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's get Chloe's going there. Let's see how much bonus damage you do to a saber. Not a ton, actually. Okay, well. And that's gonna just be a status down. It's honestly, out of all the ones that I've fought with, like, that's really not that huge a problem. So that's fine. Nice, good. That can deal some tremendous damage if done properly here, which I think it will, because we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is a strange battle. I wonder if we're actually gonna, like, be killing them here, or if it's gonna be defeat one of their break gauges and then they retreat again. Like, I don't know. Come on. Dang it. Wow, okay, bye. Okay, now this I'm worried about. That is one I'm worried about for sure. Okay. I feel like he's gonna do some crazy multi-hit Super Saiyan destroy the world noble phantasm. But we'll see here. Okay, what's he doing? Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well. This ain't going super hot. Cool. Neither of them got that. Awesome. Okay. Alright. Okay, good. Okay. Alright. Let's absorb your meter here. Yep. Let's pop this on. Let's go... I wish I had someone who could hit them both right here, because if I break his gauge, it's gonna not go to the next one, right? So, let's go then. I feel like breaking landlings first is the smarter move, because then we can go like 1, 2, 3 to get as much as we can. Probably for the best. Okay. So yeah, we'll go 1, 2... Or we could... Yeah, because you're not hitting multiple anyways, right? Because yours is only one target, right? For a single enemy. It'd be nice to remove those buffs, though, actually. Yeah, we'll remove your buffs so we don't have to worry about that as much. And then we'll go 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, because if we can get rid of those buffs, that's for the best, for sure. Okay, you're broken. The first gauge at least. God, you have so much HP. Okay, we just need to do one. Got it. Yeah, again, it's just like, yeah, do one, then stop, right? Oh, Da Vinci, language! Shit, the enemy reinforcements are almost here. Guess we were too late. That's enough. Both sides, lay down your arms. Huh? We've almost got them. Stand down, Akuta Hinako. The Emperor commands it. Oh. Oh ho. What's the meaning of this, Your Imperial Majesty? I thought you were sending Xiang Yu and her army's reinforcements. Indeed I was. I ordered her to find Akuta in Chaldia and lend her aid to whichever side was losing. You're kidding me. You're still being merciful to Chaldia? How many times do I have to tell you those barbarians are a threat to your entire empire? Barbarians, is it? It seems you've forgotten what we told you. So far, as far as we are concerned, you and Akuta are every bit as barbaric as these Chaldeans. Be that as it may, we are beginning to get a clearer picture of matters here. The quarrel between you, Akuta, and Chaldia has nothing at all to do with us. You merely hope to use our territory as a stage to settle this quarrel. And so we are taking our time to assess both our allies and enemies to determine who truly benefits our empire and who is merely a nameless interloper. Well, of course Akut and I have been useful to you, right, Your Imperial Majesty? We came here to serve the Empire in its hour of need. Yes, that reminds us. What is this dire threat our Empire faces? Is it the Chaldeans, who have stumbled in like drunkards? Is it an invasion of Xianyang, my capital city? What say you, Han Xin? No, Your Imperial Majesty, the area that poses the greatest danger to the Empire lies outside that massive impenetrable storm. I speak, of course, of the entire rest of the world, as it is now cut off from Your Imperial Majesty's blessings. Then what is currently our most pressing need? That would be gathering information about the outside world outside the storm. Not by taking a stranger's word, but by sending out our soldiers you know and trust. Good. That is precisely what we had planned. We would expect nothing less from one of our most loyal retainers. Very well, how might we go about sending soldiers into the storm to investigate? I doubt the ones who came here on their own will be much help. Whatever ability that let them come from their world is most likely something only they can use on themselves. And one of the more recent arrivals in our domain. The Chaldeans seem to have crossed the storm using some kind of strange vehicle. So if we had that vehicle, we should be able to do the same theoretically. We would still need to learn about how to use the vehicle if it was, if not how it was built and how it functions. But once we do, it should serve to transport the Empire's armies to the world outside. Oh, this Emperor's good. That's a surprising amount of clarity about the big and small pictures. There you have it. Chaldea is a much more valuable bargaining chip than either you or Akuta. If you wish to negotiate with us, you'll need to offer something of far greater value. Tayun Skapon. Yeah. Wow. My name is Koyanskaya. Are you sure you aren't doing this on purpose, Your Imperial Majesty? Of course. We thought we were doing you a kindness, since you would surely dislike being called by the name you deserve. Or would you prefer we forego all consideration and call you Daji, Foxwoman? Daji? Pardon me. Oh, hey, thank you. How? He was completely unarmed. Doesn't need a second strike, huh? You grossly underestimated our intelligence, as well as our Imperial Guard's proficiency in Kung Fu. We are almost offended. She must have thought this was still the same China she enjoyed toying with as she pleased. Now then, let us begin our negotiations anew. I don't know what a Daji is. Hello there, loyal soldiers and people of Chaldea. We trust you can hear our voice. Who said that? I think it's coming from Mash's shield. The voice of an empire is heard by all its citizens. No matter where they may be, it will find them just as surely as the sun's rays. In this case, we are merely focusing a magnetic beam upon that girl's shield, thereby causing it to vibrate. That's kind of rad. We could use anything of sufficient rigidity, but we assume you prefer your skulls not rattled directly. The voice of an empire, then does that mean... We are prepared to hand over this Koya something or other person you have been seeking so desperately.
You mean Koyanskaya?
Correct. However, in exchange, you must agree to let us examine that vehicle of yours in detail. Accept this condition and we'll guarantee you safe conduct in these lands. None will dare threaten you while you are under our protection. But, Your Imperial Majesty, what are you saying? Akuta Hinako, if you had shown yourself capable of capturing that vehicle unharmed, we would not have resorted to these measures. But you have all but trumpeted your intention of leaving not so much as a trace of Chaldea behind. You fought to destroy them, Shadow Border and all, despite being fully aware that is not what we desire. Wow, he already knows the name of it. How does he know that? Still, the Foxwoman aside, I guess she might have said it at some point. You have your uses, so we will treat you accordingly. We will not punish you merely for acting against our wishes. However, know that if you insist on continuing to war with Chaldea, you will face the White Cavalry's spears. Be warned, if my Emperor commands it, I will show you no mercy. What do you have me do, Master? We have little choice but to accept this for now. Very well then, Chaldea. Now that we have all had time to calm down, what is your answer? Oh, and do note that our audio is not as crisp as our video. When you wish to speak to us, make sure that you face directly upwards and raise your voice. For our part, just having another option for exiting this current predicament is more than we could have hoped for. even if that option may cause other problems down the road. At this point, I believe capturing Quiet Sky and securing an antidote is far and away I was going to say, just go there, get the antidote, then you can work about the stuff. But of course, Mr. Tanner will need to make the final call.
Not me?
Let's just keep your position to ourselves for now. Besides, that voice is speaking to Tanner, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be happy about being interrupted. We accept your condition. Good, good. A most reasonable answer. Now then, let us be certain of one thing before we begin to make arrangements. Do you know who we are? You're Julius Caesar. Caesar? Ah yes, the young man who attempted to profit from our invasion of Egypt. But do not mistake us for some common dictator. Our empire extends to this entire planet. We are the first and last emperor this world will ever know. This emperor even went to war with Rome and Egypt in this world? Yikes. To begin, Xiang Yu there has brought with her a number of engineers. You will admit them, along with their equipment, aboard the Shadow Border. How do we know they won't break anything? Very well then, we will have our engineers conduct their work entirely under Caldia's supervision. However, be aware that they will not cease their investigation until they are satisfied with the results. We trust you can work together in good faith. Any other questions? Where are you speaking to us from? Yeah, and I thought I heard you say something terrifying about magnetic beams? I'm speaking from directly above you, of course. Turn your heads upwards and it should be abundantly clear. Okay, I'm looking up. Directly above us? You mean... Yes, the Great Wall. That's the Great Wall. The Great Wall? But I thought that was built on the ground. The ground? Ah, you mean that thing we once used to keep the Huns away? Just how out of date is your knowledge of China? There has not been a Great Wall on the ground since our empire absorbed all other nations. Does that mean this empire no longer has any foreign enemies? Correct. This entire planet is now our domain. As such, any outside barbarians that might pose a threat would have to come from beyond the sky. Naturally, we could not merely sit around waiting for such hostile invaders to arrive, or it would be too late to defend against them, so we decided to fortify our defenses ahead of time. This great feat of architecture was built over the course of 300 years. Perhaps you know the original Great Wall's name meant the 10,000-li-long castle, while this is far longer. If we were to measure it in li, it would be 131,424 li in length. That's a lot. Man, where do I even begin picking that apart?
You say you began space development in the 18th century? That's as preposterous as Gandhi dropping an atomic bomb.
Hey, nice reference to the Civilization games. We admit we did believe that the only possible threat to our empire might come from the stars, but we must say even we did not expect to face one of this particular nature. Indeed, it was a great shock to see those impenetrable storm clouds, if that is what they are, suddenly appear around this area of China. We no longer receive reports from parts of the Great Wall that extend beyond China. The only parts that seem to function are those above China. The light of our glory once encompassed the entire globe, but now those accursed storm clouds have severed us from our own world, plunging it back into darkness. This is a tragedy. Without our guidance, our people will regress back to a state of chaos and violence. Thus, we must once again bring peace and harmony to the rest of the world. That's why you want the Shadow Border? Yes. That said, that single vehicle alone is insufficient to our purposes. We will need to produce vast quantities of them and of greater sizes, capable of carrying much larger cargo, and so we shall require blueprints. So that's why you want us to let your engineers analyze it. Given that you are able to pass through a storm that permits no physical interference whatsoever, we assume you are able to pass through void space. I'm impressed. I can't believe you figured that out at a glance. We understand the theory, of course, but cannot imagine how it is actually achieved, and so we wish to learn how this conveyance was constructed. Ideally, we would like to confiscate and disassemble it to be thorough, but this would be a great inconvenience to you, would it not? So we are willing to compromise and simply work with data alone. Consider this a display of our benevolence. But the world outside the storm is... Ah yes, Sakuda and that foxwoman told us some nonsense about Lostbelts and pruning theoretical phenomena. If you insist upon feeding us the same lies, we may lose our temper. Now would be a great time to stop talking, Tanner. There is no point in guessing why you visitors speak of the outside world in such vague generalities. We will make our own judgments once we have seen past the storm wall for ourselves. May I ask you something, Your Imperial Majesty? Did a strange tree happen to appear in this land around the same time as the storm, specifically a tree of light so large it reaches up to the sky? What an odd question. Do such things often appear out of nowhere in your world? Oh, she's freaking out. We see you are still hiding something from us, Akuda. Well, no matter. We are well aware she has some cards yet to play. No doubt they have something to do with her differences with you. Our interest, though, lies solely in maintaining peace in our empire and reclaiming its territories. We have no intention of becoming involved in disputes between visitors, unless those disputes become something that affect us. Now then, let us be candid. You inquired about a Tree of Light? The answer is no. Our sight extends to all of China, and we have observed nothing of the sort. All of China, huh? Which is weird, because I swore that the city looked like it was built on a tree, but... since it seems like you don't stand on formality too much, I'm just going to ask, are you sure you don't mind speaking with us directly like this, Your Imperial Majesty? What do you mean? Well, most people in positions like yours like to, dress up their negotiations a bit, right? They like to trot out intermediaries and representatives and the like. Usually they make a point never to meet face to face. I mean, drawing a firm line between themselves and the lesser people by refusing to speak to them directly is a big part of how nobles like to demonstrate their difference in status, right? What a strange thing to say at this point. We see, in your world, monarchs are so insecure that they even refuse to permit themselves to be seen for fear of seeming less than perfect. Tell us, does the sun seek to hide from the public eye? Does the moon hide itself from people's gaze? We are the Emperor, the Child of Heaven, the celestial existence who reigns over all our citizens. That is why we permit them audience. Just as the sun's light bathes every corner of earth, so too does our glory shine upon every person in the world who looks up to us. Still, we suppose that if the sun looked the same as anyone else, it may feel the need to put on a bit of a show to emphasize its power and status. Then you don't mind letting us see your face? Now what are you going on about? You have been gazing upon my visage for some time now. Huh? Well, we suppose you cannot see us with your naked eyes, not with the horizon in the way, but you have still been observing us with those mechanical birds of yours, have you not? Indeed, our eyes have met a number of times. I'm sorry, I don't understand. We've been observing Xiang Yu from a distance, yes, but... What? Then you stare at us without realizing who it is you look upon? How insolent! We suppose you could not help your ignorance, but now that you know, you should be more careful. Wait, hang on. Are you telling us that that floating thing above Xiang Yu is... Yes, that is us. Oh! Okay, alright. Alright, it's this entire thing. Okay. This holy vessel is the result of us abandoning our earthly body, as it could only deteriorate, and imbuing all our authority within this machine in its stead. In the 2200 years that have passed since this body has grown and expanded along our nation, and now we shall never touch the ground again. Still, our grandeur is readily apparent in this form, making it easy for people to understand. We are the first and last emperor, the immortal ruler, who shall reign over this world for all eternity. We are Qin Shi Huang. Okay, so, I mean, we've seen he has some human form eventually, but... Wow, that's... He's pretty big. I thought that he'd be in there as a computer, not be the whole thing. But alas, surprises around every bend in this sort of game, huh? So how much? Oh, hey. Okay, all right. Wow, this is we're busting on through, huh? All right. Well, guys, we will see you next time for some more Fate Grand Order. So we'll see you then for that, guys. Ciao.